Hey everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. I'm back today to do another episode of my own personal challenge using the Margarete Miller 50-week prompt card that I bought from her Etsy shop, linked below. And at the end of each video I'm picking out from the prompt cards here. I'm picking out the 5+ bonus. I also added in some of my own because I didn't feel there was enough in there. I kept picking out the same ones. So for this week we have a map, tree or part of a tree, flower, sheet music, an illustration and a window or door. So I'm going to take away the window or door. I'm not using that today. So these are the ones we're using. And this is what I've got out for these. So I have an illustration. This is an illustration out of a book called Doldrums and Uncertainty, 1815 to 55. And this is a picture. I would imagine this is an actual painting of St Andrews, which is in Scotland, in the 1820s by an artist called John Clark. So I'm going to use that as an illustration. Okay, and then sheet music. Well, I've got all these scraps of bits of sheet music here, so I'm going to use those, use them up. That's what I'm going to use. I've got music books, but I decided to use those up. Flower, in the Walking magazine, I've got some flowers from there, so I'm going to use those. I'm going to use magazine flowers for a change, and likewise the tree. I've got various trees out of the book, the same magazine. So it was an article called Into the Woods, so I thought that was quite appropriate. Map, we will use part of this local map. It's not local to me, but it's a UK map of, let's see, Colchester, Clacton-on-Sea, Felixstowe, all down south actually. On the back is Wales, some parts of Wales here. So we'll decide which side we use. So there's Pembrokeshire, don't know, Haverfordwest, Milford Haven. Yes, this is sort of Pembrokeshire area really. Yeah, so we can use some of that. So let's put all those to one side, and we're using this spiral bound scrapbook, which has turned out to be very useful because that was the last one we did. So I'm kind of doing it weekly, so in my mind I'm doing week 14, but as I say, it's my own kind of challenge really. Just decided to do it. I have previous years done the collage challenge by Margarete Miller, and I enjoyed that, so I've got 2 previous scrapbooks now for the last 2 years, which is quite nice. So there's our illustration, and let's see, we'll take some map. Maybe we'll use this Welsh part, it's very nice. I'm just going to tear around some of it. I do apologise about tearing this in half. Anybody who's watching who's Welsh might be cringing. I don't know. Okay, let's just tear a bit around here so it's not so straight. We've got our map here. I may have to take a little bit more off. There. And we've got our illustration. Okay, what else do we need? Some bits of music. So these bits of music are scraps. I'm gonna just, you know, tear around and pop in different places really, using them up. There's a white piece there, white music, sheet music. I can't use that finger still, my cut is still sore, even though I've let the air get to it now. I took the plaster off ages ago. I just don't want to, you know, risk opening it up again. So be very careful when you use your craft knives or your rotary cutters, if you use those for cutting material. You know, it's a big piece of material. You're using your ruler and everything. I just must have been sticking this finger out without realising it and caught my finger. It was very sore. Okay, so I'm going to use those, and we're going to use a tree. Now that's a nice tree there. I think I'll take off the river running underneath it, I think. And I'm just going to tear around it today, because I feel like tearing around everything today. Just the very top of it was cut off on the magazine page anyway, so it's not like I'm tearing anything off and making it look odd. So let's get rid of those bits. So a tree, and then we've got our lovely flowers. So don't want to take off all the blue really. Kind of do want to tear into this. So I can hear a motorbike now outside. I hope it's not another courier. Last video I did, I just got started and got into the flow, and then a courier knocked our door. And I thought, oh goodness me, isn't that typical? You know, I've been downstairs most of the morning hoovering and tidying up and all that, and then I come up here and nobody came to the door once, and then I come up here and put the video to start, and hey presto, somebody comes to the door. Right, okay, just hold on one moment. Sorry about that. It was the postman. Oh dear. I'm fated to have interruptions when I'm videoing. Never mind. Okay, I'm just going to tear out this flower as well. So these are lovely magazines. These are walking magazines. My husband's bank, in lockdown, they started sending these free to their customers. Stop now, obviously, so they know that people are out and about anyway. But they are lovely, and I thought, well, I'm not going to throw them away. I'll keep them for crafting. Some, you know, collaging can be done with all sorts of things, including magazines. So anyway, right, let's see. We've got some glue pages out. We have glue stick here. Now let's see where we want to put some of these down. So if I put the map down here, quite like to have a tree maybe. Maybe we'll put the map there, a tree there, and have a bunch of flowers down here. Should be nice. And we've got our illustration. Let's see, I might not want all that matte paper yet, I don't know. So kind of like that kind of gathering there. I think maybe we could have the tree up here away from that, because that's, I don't know, this looks like elder flowers or something similar. That's very pretty too. They obviously grow wild, so maybe something like that would be nice. And up this, as it happens, our illustration is kind of an area where people are walking with trees and farmland and things like that. I don't know where that's going to go. Maybe we need to tear around this, make it fit in with everything else. So that is what we're going to do. And take some of the sky off, we don't need all of that. I will keep the tagline for it. Just take a shred off the edge if I can. Like so. Okay, I just want to even that up a bit. Okay, like that maybe. Quite sure what way that, I think it's that way up. So there's some sort of beetle on the plant actually. That's quite interesting, isn't it? I don't know if that's the best portrayal of this or not. I want to kind of take some more of this. My feeling anyway. Make it less blocky. I like that better. Tree can go behind there like so. We've got our flowers, we've got this lovely painting and our map. Yes, and then we would have had some music in. This nice strip here. I'm going to have to tear this map down, sadly. I like the shape of that, so I'm going to probably use both, but I'm just going to tear that down, maybe have that up there, and then maybe we can have that down there, and my goodness, I don't know whether this illustration is now, whether I'm actually liking it Would I take an illustration out of somewhere else? It's funny, isn't it? I'm procrastinating now about this. Oh. Just me, I think. Yep, keep moving them around. Right, we'll put that up there. Right, let's make a decision. Let's go put that there. And our tree. We'll put some music in the background. And then our flowers here, like so. And then we've got our music. And I've actually got some digital music, sheet music. It's not actually digital, that's a bit of a fib. It's scrapbook pad, but it's green. I like the way it's coloured. So some of that behind there, I think. Okay. Maybe a scrap of music paper isn't such a good idea after all. Maybe I need a just going to get a piece. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Right, we'll put some of this on. This is like songs, old songs, I think. It's about drinking wine. This is. It says this 'tis 30 work. This 'tis a thirsty work. This singing, huh? And okay. Okay, let's put just put some of this on. Well, right, then you can't make your mind up. This is what you want to do. You get things out thinking that's it, I've got everything I need, and then decide that after all said and done you're not happy with it. I think when you make things like this you've got to like them yourself, really. I think, anyway. I'm going to pop that in there and see what I think of that. I like that better. And maybe we can pop in, make sure it's up the right way, pop in some different bits of music paper then. Kind of like that kind of thing. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's the best I can do with those. So let's move these out of the way and let's glue some things on. So I think we'll glue this on behind. Sort of down here, I think, like so. And then cram up here. And we'll put down our bits of scrap music. That's going to go under there. Like so. I did want my tree kind of up here, really. And that one down there. Like so. And then this one way up is this? I don't think it matters too much. I think it's growing on a kind of hillside. So oh yes, I haven't glued that down yet, have we? No, I think this is going to go. I'm going to break my rule of not putting something dead in the middle, which I'm not keen on doing. And maybe we'll put that there. That's better. And then this one is going to go here. And this one. I'm going to tear this down a bit. Okay, right. Now I've still got some washi tape on my desk from I think the previous time, which is map. Could use that. Yeah, we'll use a little bit of that, I think. Maybe. upside down. Hold on. Oh, that's weird. Doesn't seem, it seems to be back to front. We'll put it there. I like the colours of it. Oh, don't want it right over that, do we? When we were preserving the name of that illustration. Okay, so that's my trees. I feel like I need to put something here now. So what can it be? Have I got anything on my desk that would suffice? Not that bird. Some different flowers. No, too many flowers actually. Too many flowers. More tree maybe. Probably not. Funny thing is, personally I quite like that. I just need to just tear that down a bit because I don't like that white fibrous edge. Quite like that. Down there. Kind of, I think, finishes it off. I don't know. Maybe I'm, well, I suppose they say things are in the eye of the beholder, don't they? What's the phrase? But I quite like that. I'm going to put that down. And I'll trim off the bottom when I decide which bit needs trimming off. So I don't like those little peaks, mountains at the top. And let's cut this off. See what we think. Wow, that's a real kind of mishmash of stuff, isn't it? Have I got, so it's week, what week are we on? I've forgotten myself now. Week 14. Oh. The question is, you'll probably groan when you hear this, is do I have a number 14 anywhere? I have a 1 and a 4 on this Mini Labels ephemera vintage sheet that I purchased from Junk Journal Craft Lena, her Etsy shop. So I'm going to attempt to cut that out with my just check that is the right size. So I have to have an extra piece on the end. Okay, this is not cutting very well, this circle punch, but there's the 4, and we'll keep that one. Just trim that off, and that one can go in my label box. And then we want the 1. Don't know if that's going to reach over. No, I have to cut that out. Okay, and see what I mean? Now it's gone and got all got stuck in there now. Where are my tweezers? Here they are. Try and get it out. I must buy a new one. This is a 1-inch one, and it's just not playing ball at all. Just have to trim around there. Okay, so we've got 14, so we could put 14 somewhere just to break that up. The thing is, do I want it there, or do I want it down there? Kind of thing. That's better, I think. Well, we're just auditioning these. That's what Rachel at Roxy's Creations always says. I'm just auditioning these, you know, plants or flowers or labels or whatever. Now I need to just make that one look similar to that one. As we know, my cutting is not brilliant. I end up making it look worse than it did before. Okay, I need to just take that bit off, sorry. Oh, end up with a tiny, weeny, little tiny circle with nothing on it. This is getting smaller and smaller by the second. I'm just trying to cut that white off now, because one punched out with a white kind of border, which was fine, the other one didn't. So do we want that down there? Actually, I quite like that. I quite like it. I'm going to put these on. I am going to ink round just these. I know I haven't inked round anything else. These I am, because of the white. And that one I can still see a bit of it. And then I'm going to pop those on quickly, and let me think, where is that green kind of music paper? No, that's very green down there. We could pop that up here just to finish that off though. Okay, let's pop that down. Looks like 2 eyes, a pair of glasses. Maybe I just have a bit of this. Oh dear. Not doing too well, am I? Maybe I just want something different to pop it onto. Let me think. Let me see, what scraps have I got in here for this? Oh, I know, I've got a bit of this. This is decoupage tissue paper. I'll put a bit of that. Now that would look nice, that rose. We could pop down a piece of this. Actually, I quite like, I may have to cut it, because I've tried tearing this, and it didn't actually tear very well. So that's a nice jaggedy sort of edged bit. I'm just gonna cut it along there like so, and I'm just gonna glue onto there. And just tidy that up a tad. Yeah, this doesn't tear very easily at all. This is Tim Holtz. I just don't want those big chunky bits down there. So I am popping that over there. It is, having said that, once you glue it, it's very fragile. I quite like that there. So we'll put another bit down in a different corner somewhere. Maybe have a piece down there. Like that. Kind of have to glue it down so it kind of sticks nicely. And then I'm going to pop this bit down there, like so, just to finish that off there. And it's quite see-through too, so yeah, I quite like that. Right, okay, that's enough. Right, put the lid back on that. And this is quite an unusual one for me, I think, this one this week. Put those tweezers back. Okay, so we have map. So we have map here, and a bit of map washi just there and there. And we have tree, or a part of a tree. There's a part of a tree, there's more tree, flower. We've got these lovely wild flowers, excuse me. Sheet music, we've got some bits actually here. Well, I've covered up some of those now, but yeah, the sheet music is a bit covered up. And then we've got this lovely illustration here of St Andrews in the 1820s by John Clark. So we've got covered up a bit of this music, so maybe we should be thinking about putting a bit more back on, just to finish it off. And I promise that will be the last thing. That will be it. So thinking about maybe a bit of this, just a little strip. Along there would be nice. Now that I've put my glue away, I've changed my mind. I think with collages, you should keep adding to them, really, if you want to. So just popping that along there, just so that we've got a bit more music paper on there. Right, and that is my week 14. As I say, that's my little challenge. So I quite enjoyed that, but I do have a tendency, once I'm stuck, I struggle really. But there we have it. So that's quite different. I love all this green. I love that. Okay, I will speak to you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye. I'm quickly back. I totally forgot I had to draw the cards for next week. Those are the ones I've done myself. We turn those over for a minute. We'll take 4, I think, out of here. Give them a shuffle and I hope we don't get exactly what we've had in the previous ones. So we've got a playing card. Oh, good. That's different. What's this one? Handwriting or cursive writing. Take one out at random. Wrapping paper. Yeah, we've had that one before. A number or a sequence. Okay. Then we'll take another one out of here at random. So I don't know what's on them. I can't see them. I've left out the ones that we used today. So this is going to be mythological creature. And then finally our... Oh, there you are. It's jumped out. So that's our bonus. And we will see what that is. Okay, and that is going to be a book page or portion of. So it's always a good thing for background to put a bit of book page on. So we may use all of those next time. So we have mythological creature, book page or portion of it, number or sequence of numbers, wrapping paper, handwriting or cursive writing, and a playing card. So that should be interesting, shouldn't it? And those are for next time, week 15. Now I am going to say goodbye, and I will see you all again next time. Bye bye.